All right, what's up, boxing fans? It's Aztec 101. I know I haven't been around, but I'm back. I'm gonna start doing videos. Real quick, I just got done watching Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. And I gotta tell you, it was a fun fight. I thought it was gonna end a lot sooner, to be honest. This fight just seemed like a one-sided fight. The fact that it lasted all the way to the 12th round, ended in the 12th round, it was exciting for me because I was able to enjoy the whole fight all the way through. At the end of the day, before I break this shit down, this was a win for the fans. We ended up getting a really good fight. Tank Davis was not really active in the first 6 rounds. So the first half of the fight, I had Barrios ahead, which really didn't matter. By I think it was either the 8th or 9th round, Tank Davis ended up getting his 2 knockdowns in 1 round. 2 knockdowns in 1 round. Absolutely hurting Mario Barrios. And you know, in the 12th round, he finished. He fucking finished. I think that what him having Mayweather in his corner helped. Mayweather giving him information, letting him know that he was down on the unofficial scorecards, really did a huge service for Tank Davis because you know he was able to turn up when he needed to, and this was a good fight. This was a good fucking fight. Good fucking fight. Now, as far as what this means for Tank Davis is debatable because it depends on whether Tank Davis wants to stay at 140 or if he wants to move back down to 135, 130. What does he want to do? In my opinion, he's got options now. And this is a great win for Tank Davis. By the way, I also want to say, shout out to Atlanta for showing up, because that place was fucking packed. There were a ton of people there. Ton of people there. And the fact that Tank Davis was able to get this kind of crowd into the arena, you know, during COVID is huge. This is huge. Tank Davis is a big star, and he's really making a name for himself. And I think this was a good win. But let's talk about the logistics. You know, what's going to happen after this? Because he's got an interim championship title. So it's debatable, but we can't say that he's the most eligible opponent for Taylor, so that way he can fight for undisputed. And if he does this is going to be huge for Tank. Huge for Tank. Honestly, I think he can knock out Taylor. I think he can go for undisputed at 140. I think he's got the power. His power can come through to 140, and it's obvious. He showed it against Barrios. I gotta tell you guys, though, I didn't think Barrios could win. Initially, the fact that he did as good as he did is a surprise to me. Barrios is not the most talented fighter at 140. He's undefeated, but it's not like he's a top level fighter. This was kind of reminiscent of when Adrian Broner moved up and he fought Paulie Malignaggi. You know, except Barrios has a different reputation. His reputation is more of a power puncher rather than a pillow-fisted fighter. So this was a much more dangerous fight, and Davis passed this test. Barrios is not a great boxer, but he showed boxing ability in this fight. I think I underestimated him. I think I underestimated Barrios' And it might be, kind of weird saying that, even though Barrios got knocked, got finished in this fight. But I underestimated him because I didn't think that he was going to show the type of boxing ability that he did show. The fact that he was able to come back from 2 knockdowns, and potentially you can say that he won the round after that, and that he did really well after getting knocked down the second time, shows that, the guy had a lot of heart. He had grit. But Tank Davis, his explosiveness is a problem. And I got to tell you, other than, I see Teofimo Lopez beating Devin Haney. I see him beating Ryan Garcia. If they do a rematch with Lomachenko, I see him beating him again. Teofimo Lopez, though, I think his biggest problem is Gervantae Davis. And even though I think I favor Teofimo Lopez in that fight, I'm not surprised if Tank cleans his clocks, and just finishes him out in a way that he did with Barrios. I like what he did. His game plan was keeping the pace slow and then exploding. What he did with his punch output was it was kind of dangerous. He was losing rounds. But I think what he was doing was making Barrios feel safe, but also timid at the same time, because Barrios didn't know if at any point Tank was going to explode and land a big punch. And eventually that's what Tank did. Tank ended up landing those big punches. And it didn't take much. It took just adjusting his distance and closing the distance in a very short period of time, so he was able to launch forward and use his southpaw stance to be able to land those left hands down the middle around his guard. It was beautiful to watch. I mean, that body shot that pretty much ended the show in the 12th round was a great fucking body shot. Tank Davis he's highly skilled. He's skilled. This fight was, in my opinion, it was expected for him to win. He's a favorite for a reason. But it showed that he has the ability to move up in weight and carry his power and make it very difficult for some of these fighters in 140 and 147. Because now that I think about it, if I try to place Tank up against, let's say, Crawford, I say Tank's a problem. I mean, if he goes up against Manny Pacquiao, he's a problem. If Tank goes up against Errol Spence, Tank is a problem. So what Tank did right now was similar to what Canelo did fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's testing the grounds, fighting in higher weight divisions. And not to say that Barrios is in a skill level or dedicated like Julio Cesar Chavez. Obviously, Barrios put up a better performance than Chavez did against Canelo, because Barrios actually tried and he faced adversity and he got back up and he showed heart, something that Chavez Jr. doesn't have, right? But just the fact that these two fighters are testing the waters in the higher weight divisions is interesting to me. It's good. It's good for the sport. It's good for boxing. I see a lot of fucking race baiting going on, fucking stupid shit. But all I gotta say is that that's always gonna continue on in boxing. There's a lot of people that look at this. They look at boxing in a way people look at World Star. You know, they think that, they think personally, because they see Floyd Mayweather winning fights, that they could walk into a room and knock anybody out. But facts is fucking, when you're born, you're not even born knowing how to walk. Let alone, are you fucking born knowing how to fight? No. So when it comes to boxing, you need a coach, you need training, you need dedication, you need to be able to learn and take punishment, so that way you could absorb the information and give that same punishment to your next opponent. So you're not fucking born knowing how to fight. No one knows how to fight. So this whole race shit that I want to hear, fucking, oh, Mexicans can't beat black people beat Mexicans all the time. Fucking look at the history books, yo. Fucking anybody you could think of has beaten anybody you could think of. Period. This shit ends up becoming fucking humans against humans. And the fact is that, fucking the best trained, the one with the best camp, the best coach, the best, the one that actually takes time to study their opponent, the one that has the time to practice their skill, they're the ones that are going to succeed. I've never seen a fucking fighter, someone just waking up in the morning, walking in, and being able to become champion just because they're a certain color. Like, all of a sudden you could just walk into a gym and you think you can fucking take out the trainer there, take out one of their fucking high school fighters, someone in junior high, you'll get fucked up. If you think you could fight because you were born a certain race, you're stupid. You're stupid, and if you practice that kind of mentality, you're gonna get knocked out real soon. So, I mean, that's my opinion on that shit. But boxing it's a hell of a sport, and you got to give Tank Davis credit, because the reason why he's so good is because he worked hard at it. He put his time into the sport. You can't take that away. He was born with certain, skills. Maybe he was born with certain, not skills, but certain attributes that at the end of the day, he was born short. He just beat a tall fighter. How'd that happen? He had to listen to his coach. He had to listen to his trainer. He had to develop a strategy. He had Floyd Mayweather next to him for a reason. Right? It takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes him being in the gym and learning the art of boxing. And that's the reason why we should appreciate Tank Davis, because he actually puts his time in and it shows in the ring. This guy is heavily talented and he's got a bright future. The only thing that I'm going to listen to right now is figuring out who his next opponent is and in what weight division he's deciding to stay in, because I really want to see Tank versus Lopez. But if that doesn't happen, he's got a bright future at 140. So my question is to the fans, what do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Tank Davis chase undisputed at 140? Or should he go back down and go into that pool of sharks and, try to get a fight with Devin Haney or Lomachenko, try to get a fight with Teofimo Lopez, maybe try to take out Ryan Garcia? What should he do? Should he stay up at 140, chase undisputed, or go back down? But other than that, hopefully you guys had a great fight, had a great night, and this is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.